Hi guys, welcome to Rick's Review. I wanted to show everybody the easiest way that I know how to build thumbnails, to build high definition thumbnails for your YouTube channel. Without a good eye-catching thumbnail, people are not going to be drawn to your video. I know when I see a thumbnail, if it takes me more than half a second to focus in on it and read, then I just go on to the next thumbnail. I just, skim on my phone. So let me show you how to make thumbnails easy way, and it's already on your computer and you already have internet access to the free website. So follow me. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Paint, and if you have a Windows computer, it's already on your Windows computer. If you have a Mac computer, it's going to be whatever basic editing programs for pictures. It's a free one, it's already built into your operating system. So let me show you my screen now. Okay guys, you should already have Paint on your computer, again if you have a Windows computer. So what I do is I open it up and I click on View. I zoom out until I can see this white background. And depending on the color of thumbnail that I want to create, most of my thumbnails I create are black, and then I have contrasting colors for text or pictures. But you can go with any color you want. You can even download wallpapers and use an actual wallpaper. Just make sure your wallpaper is at least high definition, which is going to be 1920 by 1080 or larger if you do this. So if you create it the way I do, basically I'm going to show you the way I go about creating it. I am going to turn this black. If you notice, the color is black, and I turn it black. But I want to make it a little bigger, right? So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Make it oversized, but it's going to definitely have to be widescreen, right? So I want the rest of this to be black. Well, that's no problem. Just click on the white spot, it goes black. And I am going to save this somewhere to my desktop. We'll just call it black wallpaper. Black wallpaper, and there you go. Saved it to my desktop. Okay, open up your browser of choice, and we're going to go to Cool Text. And go ahead and enter, and it's going to come to this. And we're going to make some fonts here. And let's see, hey, we're going to make some sugar fonts, right? And we want the font to say something like sugary treats. Got the yes, sugary treats cause cavities, right? So we're going to go ahead and right click this because this is a pretty good size font here. And we are going to save that to our desktop. And then we want to create a sub font that looks a little different. Let's say spring. And we want to say, and we want it to be, okay, can't spell. And we want it to be a little bit larger. So we're going to go ahead and go with a 120. And so once it becomes a little bit larger, we're going to go ahead and right click on that, and we're going to save that to our desktop. And we want to put one more thing, brush often. And we want that to be a little bit larger as well. So let's go ahead and go 150 on that. Now we can manipulate the size once we get it to where we want it to go, but we want it to be large enough so it doesn't look pixelated when we do make it large, if we have to, right? We're gonna go ahead and save that. Now we want a picture of, say, let's say a toothbrush, okay? And we're gonna call it clip art. Toothbrush clip art. And we're gonna go ahead and get one of these. Now we don't want to get one that's copyrighted, so let's go ahead and we'll say we're gonna grab this one right here. It doesn't have to be very large. We'll grab this one because it's already got a transparent background. We're gonna go ahead and click on that one, and then the way you know it's transparent background is because you see these little checkerboards. These don't really exist on the picture, or at least they shouldn't. If they do show up, then I'll show you how to make them go away. We're going to save image as and drop that into our desktop or wherever you save it. I like to save stuff to my desktop. It makes it that much easier for me to find when I have to find it. Now we're going to go ahead and go back to Paint, open it up, and we are going to open up that black wallpaper. Now click on View. Let's make that wallpaper small enough to fit into the screen. Click back on Home. We're going to click here on Paste. We're going to paste a form. And remember, we started off with this purple lavender color text, right? So we're going to put that here. Sugary treats cause cavities. Now it's a white background. We don't want it to be white. Remember, this is black. I clicked on this fill with color. I click on the white spot and pretty much everything goes away. But you notice how we still have some white borders. It's not looking the way we want to look, right? So let's just go ahead and go back and erase that, right? So this is the way to get that done. Go to, and it's go to background removal tool. All of this is free. Remember, this is online. We're going to go ahead and upload the picture of the text. Upload the text, and it's going to give us a clear background. And I'm not real happy with the way that looks. So sometimes what you have to do is you have to edit it to be where you want it to be, or sometimes you have to go with different font. So in this case, we're going to go with different font. Let's take a look. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go with Groovy. I think Groovy is going to work better for us. So let's say sugary treats cause cavities. And oh, C is not capitalized. I've got to have that. Make sure everything looks good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and right click and we're going to save this to our desktop. And so we're going to overwrite that one there. We're going to go ahead and hit that and we're going to hit yes. Now that we have that overwritten, we're going to go back to Paint and let's bring in our black background. Bring in the black background, one click on view, zoom out a few times, make it a little bit smaller so we can see our borders, and we're going to hit paste. We're going to paste form, and as soon as my hard drive speeds up and catches up to what we're doing, we're going to be able to see it. There it is. And we're going to put sugary treats cause cavities. See if we can catch it here. Catch it, catch it. Yeah, it's not going to catch it easily. There it is. Okay, sugary treats cause cavities. And we want to put it about there. We're going to go ahead and turn this all black. And that's more like what I was wanting. Okay, sugary treats cause cavities. And we're going to hit paste again. And we're going to put brush off then. We're going to bring that over here about like that. And we want to turn this background black, right? So let's turn the background black. Brush off then, and let's go ahead and put the toothbrush in there. We're going to hit paste and we're going to put the toothbrush. Oh, you know what? I don't think this toothbrush has a transparent background. So let's open this up and we are going to go to make background transparent, and it's free online editor. Oh, that's not, well, we can actually do it in both programs. Let's do it in here. We can do it in either one that we want. I'm going to make the background transparent. So we're going to click, after we upload the picture, we're going to go to edit, we're going to go to transparent background, and we are going to click on the background. You notice there's two different colors here. Only the bottom half is transparent, the top half is not. So let's make the top half. You notice that the two don't touch. So we're going to make the top half transparent. Oh, we got to do it one at a time. My bad. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we've got it all transparent where we want it. We're going to go ahead and apply this. Once it's applied, we're going to hit save. Now that we've saved it, let's go ahead and minimize this, go back to Paint. We are going to paste that toothbrush that we just edited into here. So notice the background is all white. That's because it is completely transparent and I just need to put black on there. Now that's going to be a little bit large. It's going to, you gotta be careful how you do this. Okay, paste. I'm going to put that toothbrush in here. We're going to make the toothbrush a little bit larger, but we don't want it to cover any words. So we want it to be white or black, right? Make it look like it's floating there. And well, that's what we did. We made it float. So we want to go ahead and save this. This is what our thumbnail is going to look like. Sugary treats cause cavities. Brush off, then we're going to put a toothbrush there. But you know what? This font is too hard to read. So what you want to do is when you make yourself a thumbnail, you want to work with it. You want to make sure that it's going to work. People are going to see it easy. I know that when I take a look at this thumbnail immediately, and of course thumbnail's going to be a lot smaller than this, when I take it, it takes a little bit longer for me to try and figure out what the heck that says, because it's written in a font that is just, well, it's cursive, but it's just hard to understand that font. This I can understand pretty darn easy. Obviously, that's a toothbrush. So you want to make sure you go with a good font that is easily read by others. I like fonts something like this. Now, it doesn't give us the really wow factor that we want, but I like fonts that are clean, like that one right there. Keen, right? Okay. Something like that. Sugary treats cause cavities, and of course that's not spelled right. So there we go, and let's capitalize it. Sugary treats cause cavities. Now we want this to be a different color. We're gonna go ahead and click on logo, and see it's orange. We don't want it to be orange, we want it to be that purple color, right? So let's go ahead and bring it to that purple color, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna bring this one to that purple color. So now both of them are that purple color, right? So that is pretty darn easy to be seen. But we don't want a long line where it says sugary treats cause cavities. So let's go ahead and drop that in half. It says I dropped it in half. Now that it's dropped in half, what we can do is we can save that. And we're gonna save it to where, and you know, wherever you do, again, I save to desktop. Save it to your desktop. And we wanna open up Paint again. And we wanna start all over because we don't like the way that looks. So if you wanna start all over, just click New, don't save. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and click New, put a background, a plain background on there. We're gonna open up the black background again. Once again, we're gonna click on View, we're gonna zoom out, we're gonna go Home, and we wanna put that in there. So we wanna put Sugary treats cause cavities like that, and we wanna make it large. So we make it large right there. Sugary treats cause cavities. We wanna fill in all that white with black. We wanna get rid of that. Rid of that. Yeah, didn't look real good, but kind of got rid of it. Again, you want to play with different fonts so you can see how they react to whatever you're doing. And you want to make sure they give you what you want. Okay, so we want something like sugary treats cause cavities, and we're going to bring another one down here and put brush often, and for brush often we can bring it down like that. Brush often, and we want to change that to a black background, something like that. Okay, and then we want to put a toothbrush on it. So we'll bring our toothbrush down here, and let's make it a little bit larger. I'm going to show you one more trick, and I'm going to let you go because I know I don't like watching long videos myself. It kind of annoys the heck out of me. Okay, but we want it to be a longer toothbrush, so let's make it longer. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now you notice I'm not making it taller, I'm just making it longer. And we want to make that into a black background as well, right? Okay, we got a black background. And then, you know what? This is the thing I wanted to show you. I don't like the way this looks. Let's change this. So we're going to change it from a black background to a white background. I hit that. Oh, it's not taking. Oh, the main color's got to be that. I hit that, and now it turns into a white background. And that actually kind of looks the way that looks, but there's still got some black in here. We want to get rid of some of this black, all right? So let's get rid of some of that black in there and go white background. Kind of like the way that looks, but you got some touch up you need to do. So let's do a little touch up. And so let's do some touch up like this. Do a little touch up. What you could even do is start new. If you start new, once again, it's not going to save anything, but it will allow you to start with a clean slate. We bring our black background in here again. We're going to click on View. We're going to zoom out. Go to Home. Well, we don't want it to be black, or you can start off with a white background, either way you want. So let's go white. Just turn it white. Simple as that. We're going to hit Paste. We're going to paste a form, and we're going to be Sugary treats cause cavities. And we're going to make that large. Now you notice how that looks a whole lot better, right? Now we're going to bring in the second thing. We're going to see brush often. That's right here. And we're going to bring that over here. Make that about so big. And we want to put our toothbrush in there. So let's drop in our toothbrush and put this one here. And we're going to make it a little bit longer. I don't want it to be very tall, but I want it to be long. Something like that. And that's it. Pretty much you got yourself a thumbnail. We want to go ahead and save that thumbnail. So let's click File. The reason why I don't hit Save there because it's going to overwrite the last thing, which is that toothbrush. I'm gonna hit save. I'm gonna save it to a PNG. You can save it to JPEG, you can save it to a GIF, but I like to save it to PNG. We're gonna save it to PNG and we're gonna call this thumbnail. And then I'm going to hit save. So now I close this. Now it's going to look a little different when I do this. This is that thumbnail. But I'm going to open up the thumbnail and there you go. That is our thumbnail. It's about this, from this height right here to the bottom. And whenever I drop that onto into my YouTube video, it's going to be a full high definition thumbnail. And it's that simple to make thumbnails. So if you have any questions, ask down below. And once again, if I can save you a few bucks, I will save you a few bucks.